Alright. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Expeditions Viking. We're just gonna sit back for a little so. Everything gets itself sorted. Alrighty. Let's get started, shall we? What was I doing? I was doing side quests. Alright. Let's talk to Ignatius. We are allowed down. Oh, there's lots of stuff to go through. Take all that. Take all that as well. Yeah, even more stuff. Let's talk to Gaius. Alias. The merchant is in the middle of counting a small pile of coins. Without looking at you, he holds up a single finger, commanding you to wait. A moment later, he looks up and flashes the most fake of smiles. That's all. My name is Gaius. How may I assist your kind today? You must be Gaius, correct? Gaius raises a single eyebrow. Indeed. What is this about? You have an outstanding debt to Guthred, and I'm here to collect. Gaius seems a little intimidated by your directness. No, I refuse to pay since they were so late in finishing. Good. Late or not, if you don't pay, word will spread about it, and nobody will want to work with someone with a reputation for not paying their debts. Gaius sighs dramatically and throws his hands up. Fine, I suppose you're right. Yeah. Yay. Now we can return back. Let's go say hi to Guthred. Mm. 1,000 valuables. Here you are. Guthred and his companions all look very surprised. I never thought we'd actually get our payment. Thank you so much for helping us. One of Guthred's companions rummages in a bit of a sack. Rummages a bit in a sack and then turns to you. Here, as a token of our gratitude. We have a settlement in Orkney that's in need of skilled craftsmen. If you could get there, you wouldn't have to worry about non-payment again. A skeptical yet quizzical look comes over him. While that definitely sounds interesting, there's no way we'd be able to reach Orkney without help or resources. I can have one of my headmen escort you there. Guthred looks to his companions, which both indicate they like the idea. That is very gracious of you. We accept. Let us gather our things and let us know who to follow. Take Hearthstone. Craftsmen pack their gear quickly and let Hearthstone say his goodbyes. Be seeing you, Bersa. Don't worry, I'll get them there safely. Alright, we'll go visit Orkney once we're finished here. And that quest is done. And now we've got to do Ghosts of the Empire. Oh, speaking of... Yes, I've got that one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Valerius. There is little doubt you have found Valerius. He stands before the golden figure of an eagle, arms spread wide, reciting some sort of sing-song ritual prayer in an obscure language. Wait for him to finish. It takes another hour or so to complete, and Valerius powers through it without any breaks or interruptions. When he's finally done, he takes the time to thank all his followers who assisted him. Then he turns to you. He's not a young man, he must be somewhere in his 50s. But he possesses a vitality that makes him seem full of energy. He extends a hand in greeting, and his smile is kind. Why, hello to you, newcomers. It's a rare honor for the Praetorian Guard to allow the uninitiated into our chapel. Have you come to seek my counsel? I've come to talk to you on behalf of the Bishop of Iofowick. His smile doesn't falter. Ah, I'm honored. What does His Grace wish to discuss? The church wants to shut you down. I'm hoping we can find a compromise. Still, his smile remains sincere. I'd certainly hope so as well. But I'm sure there must be more to this. Why would the bishop want us gone? The local priest claims you sacrifice people. His smile gives way to an expression of sadness. I wish I could say I was surprised, but that's quite typical of the lies leveled at us by other communities within the church. I assure you they are just that, lies. We are Christians, and like all God's servants, killing is abhorrent to us. I can't return to the bishop until you're gone. We have nowhere to go. You're welcome on the Isles of Orkney. Valerius racks his brain for a moment. I haven't heard of this place. Where is it, and what makes you think we'll be welcome there? Orkney is far to the north, up the coast through Pictavia, and it's my domain. If I say you're welcome, you will be. Then I accept your offer with great gratitude, my friend. I pray this will be the last journey we must undertake. The days of our persecution are finally behind us. Valerius whispers something in the ears of an underling, and she takes off towards the stairs, her bare feet pattering across the mossy stone floor. A few minutes later, a large group of people files into the main room of the sewers. Valerius waits until everyone is gathered in front of him, then he speaks in a confident and booming voice. Friends, faithful worshippers of Saint Romulus, patron of the old empire, we have enjoyed a measure of peace since we found this place. But we must not become complacent. Fear and prejudice spreads among our neighbors. Soon we will be in great danger if we remain here. It's time we moved on. An excited murmur spreads among a small group of young men and women crowded closer to the priest, while a group of brooding people standing slightly apart and shaking their heads and grumbling among each other with arms crossed. Most of the crowd seems to be confused but accepting, bordering on apathetic. One of the brooders, a matronly woman with greying hair, takes a step forward and raises her voice above the din. This is wrong, Valerius. You claim to follow the example set forth by Romulus, and yet you turn and run at the first sign of conflict. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. You either misunderstand the story of Remus and Romulus, or you choose to ignore its lessons. Which is it? Valerius raises his hand in a plea for reconciliation, but a tint of irritation creeps into his voice. Sister, please be reasonable. St. Romulus stands for order, structure, and, yes, peace through force of might. If we stand our ground here, it will only lead to chaos. We will find a new place, better suited to our goals, and... The woman cuts him off with a scornful wave. Coward, leave if you want, but the followers of St. Remus will stay. With that, the woman swivels decisively and leads her group back towards the exit. Valerius watches them walk out in silence, but with clenched fists. A fool woman. The followers of Remus hang on Iovita's every word, but the real legion obeys me. We will leave as agreed. But if you want to get rid of the Remus sect, you must deal with them separately. Not far. I haven't done much so far today. Right now we're trying to deal with a Roman cult. I think the person I need to talk to is down there. The woman called Yovita greets you with a dark scowl. What do you want, strangers? I know you're responsible for this somehow. Why will you not leave when the rest of the Legion is going? She lets out a weird growl and rubs her eyes through her eyelids. We've been running since the day this Legion was created. How are we doing today, Millie? Valerius had some good ideas. They sounded good anyway. That's why we all joined. But a Legion is a fighting unit. Yet Valerius just wants to keep running. It's time we make a stand. I can't let you stay. Defend yourselves. We won't kill them. That's just rude. Tactical move. Good. Now, bonk. Right there are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. Okay. And we wait. Do the shield hook on her. Bonk. Good. equally good. And we continue. Okay, we can't go that way. So we've got to wait. Good. Bunk. Excellent. Very good. And another bunk. And we wait. Bunk. I did it. Take all that. Take that. Grab everything. Alright, back underground we go. Ah, I need to go back to the priest. Sinford is sitting. Sinford is sitting on the steps of the old shrine, reading a beautifully illuminated copy of the Bible. It's an enormous book. If he looks at around everywhere he goes, no wonder he's in good shape. He tears off another nail and puts it aside at the time. You're back. Is it done? Have the cultist death dealt with? Everything's in order. I've convinced the cult to leave. He doesn't look completely satisfied with this conclusion. Are you certain they won't be back? I've banished them to a distant land far to the north. They'll trouble you no longer. So be it. I'll stay here and ensure that they leave as you say. Once I'm certain, I'll let His Grace know what happened to you. Hopefully he will be satisfied. Thank you for your help, Norse woman. I will pray for your souls. Aoife mutters under her breath. What an arsehole. Alright. So we're down there. And if and Gunner. Bring in my good team. Ready? Good. I lost one. Very good. Oops. Dang it, Gunner.
I'm coming.
And that guy lost his head. One left. Mm. Excellent. Okay. Just need to repair some stuff. Who's got repair? Okay, now we can make something. Let's build up the blacksmith. But no thralls, so that makes things slower. Okay. And we rest. Yep, nothing to do. So we rest. You're enjoying remember respite. And if Lois down next to you with a weary groan. She squeezes her shoulder twice as though to check it's still firmly attached, and she tugs at the edges of her armor. Would you help me with this, please? I'll help her get out of the armor. You untie the laces and lift the armor off over her head, eliciting another groan of discomfort. You notice that her shirt is soaked with blood at the shoulder. She rolls up her sleeve to reveal a brutal, bloody bruise. Procuring a piece of cloth, she dips it in water and dabs at the edges of the wound. Let me help you with that. Clean the wound with water and then fetch dried cow piss to disinfect. You can feel her tense up as you apply the ointment, but she doesn't make a sound. It was bloody sloppy of me to let him get past my defense. I was fortunate he didn't make better use of the opportunity. She hands you a roll of woven cloth and you wrap it tight around her shoulder. Knowing Nefia, she won't let a bruise like this affect her fighting. Thank you. You always take good care of me. Squeeze her other shoulder comfortingly. You feel her muscles relax under your touch, and she eventually places her own hand on top of yours. You sit there for a while, feeling the warmth of the crackling fire. Nefia brushes a strand of golden hair away from her face. What have we gotten ourselves into? What do you mean? Things are so different here. The way the Northumbrians talk about their god, the way their king rules them. It seems more peaceful, I think, more ordered, until we got here. They're no more ordered, simply ordered differently. Their peace is nothing but the grip of the iron grip of a king. She thinks on that for a moment, then she nods. I think you're right. Peace and tyranny can be difficult to tell apart from the outside. But to those who live under threat, perhaps the difference isn't so subtle. She leans over and places a sisterly kiss on your cheek. No matter how bad it gets, I'll always be here for you. With that, Nefia slings her arm over her good shoulder and saunters off to resume her chores for the night. Yay! Boom, 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 boom. Dun, dun, dun. Bum, bum.
This city smells all wrong. We're so far from home.
Entering your fork, you experience a strong sense of deja vu. Before you stands a group of armed men bearing the colours of King Osred II. Airfork's champion Leo Frick isn't here this time, but his absence has been more than compensated for by doubling the manpower. Your herd is vastly outnumbered. Hold in the name of the king. You are under arrest. I'm just returning from an important mission for Bishop Beambold. We are ordered to apprehend you for all your crimes against the kingdom. His Grace the Bishop has no say in this matter. You stand accused of attacking and pillaging the town of Monkchester and murdering many citizens of this kingdom. Never even heard of that place. You have been identified by reliable witnesses during the attack. What witnesses? Who identified me? You are not entitled to that information. Will you come willingly? Where will I be taken? We are ordered to bring you to the dungeons where you will await trial. I'm sure that trial will be completely fair, and if I refuse to come with you, he fixes you with a remarkably grim glare. Then you will be considered guilty and killed where you stand. There is no way we can beat these people. There are far too many. And what of my companions? Are they guilty by association? In light of how horrific the Monkchester attack was, we cannot allow any of you to go free. You pose too great a danger to public safety. Almost as an afterthought, he gives Morkan a respectful nod. Of course, you will be free to leave, brother. I'll come peacefully, but you must agree to let one of my companions go, who had no involvement in any of this. He inclines his head slightly towards Morkan. You're free to leave, brother, but the rest will come with us. That's the last of it. I'll travel back to the others and let them know what's happened. We'll get you out of there, I promise. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? We're gonna be violent, I think. The group enters your full extension through a tunnel near the river. Back in the Roman times, this used to be a sewer, and the stench of offal and human waste still lingers like the memory of a nightmare. Elsleaf rubs his eyes as though to squeeze the sunlight out of them. Let's hope this leads to the right place. I think it's time we decide who's in charge of this rescue plan, in case we run into trouble. Elsleaf nods, clearly satisfied with this decision, as I expected. It's about time I get a chance to show you how I'd lead this group. Come then, everyone on me. Remember the stakes. Until we get to her, Birsa is at their mercy. If we fail, that's the end for our thing. Feels like we're walking into a grave. It's far too dark and cold here for my taste. Shh, listen, guards up ahead. Voices reverberate off the damp stone walls. Did you hear about what happened to your thrift's son? They say he got too close to the river. Never seen again. The guard receives a derisive snort in reply. Don't tell me you still believe in those stories. Every story holds a kernel of truth. You used to believe in them as well. I think it's no coincidence that everyone has heard about this one. Think about it. Well, there have been a lot of accidents near the river lately. Third guard has finally had enough. Right, knock it off. It's bad enough we have to keep watch over these heathens. I don't want to have to worry about the river on top of it. They're talking about Birsa. We're in the right place. Perhaps we should take a look around before we charge in. Might be something around here we can use to our advantage. Gunnar looks at his feet as if he stepped in something. Rather wet here, isn't it? The river must be flowing right next to this dungeon. They did not plan this very well. One hit and water will be flowing through these holes. When did you become an expert on this? Nephew smiles and examines the wall more carefully. It seems that this wall in particular is very weak. A little water won't help us free Birsa. Let's keep looking. Alright, get up there. Shoot you. Get up there. Shoot you, dude. Got rid of them all. Nobody got hurt. The noise of the crumbling wall fills the tunnels and the guards jump to their feet, frightened. What was that all about? Sleeper shrugs. It was just an impulse. The huntress sighs heavily. Oh, the guards know we're here now. Curses. That may complicate matters. Get ready, one of them is coming. Good. And get rid of you. That's that dealt with. Dang it. The rest of them can't make it. Excellent. Good. Let me get closer. And shoot you. And this. That group all gone. Take all this stuff. Rounding the corner, Sleeper holds up a hand and the rest of the group comes to an immediate stop. Nephew ducks back round the corner, leans out to glance down the corridor for a long moment, then pulls back again. And Spear says, "Cell, alright. There are 6 guards, lightly armed. They don't know we're here. You think what I'm thinking?" Nephew smiles wickedly. "Assuming you're thinking we should sneak down there and stab the 2 closest ones, then yes." Mayfair returns Nephew's smile uncertainly. The 2 women draw their knives and start down the corridor at a calm, measured pace. Get up there. Shoot the bow. Good. Perfect. And I'm stunned. That's bad. The nephew is stunned.
That was sloppy, nephew. Real sloppy.
Alright, nephew is down. Spear. Dang it. Alright, get closer. Can't shoot you, so we shoot you. Good. And boom. And there's another one. And oop. Stab with arrow. Then stab with axe.
Should have ducked. Ah!
And nobody got injured. Perfect. Couple of survivors. soon as your cell door is open, Sleeper pushes into the cell and envelops you in a strong embrace. I'm so glad you're safe. Took you long enough to get here. Sleeper releases you from his embrace and crosses his arms. A measure of gratitude would suit you. Let's get you out of here. The rest of the herd is over there. Sleeper lets the rest of your herd out of their cell, and much friendly backslapping occurs when weary banter takes place. I'm glad to see you're all in good shape, but we can't all leave together. It'll draw too much attention. We'll split up. I'll take a group to meet Ian Bold. The rest of you leave the way you came. My best team. We passed the cracked wall just before we reached your cell. The draft was blowing through it. What? Show me where. Taking all this stuff. Good Bishop appears more than a little startled that your herd just manifested out of his crypt. Yeah, how did you... Oh, how fortunate that we should run into each other. You're just the man I wanted to talk to. Evan Bold cradles his chin in both hands, utterly flabbergasted. I heard the king had you arrested. Now you arise from our crypt like a wight sent back from hell to haunt me. How can this be? Is it true what they say of you? Did you kill those people at Monkchester? I didn't. Do you know who made the accusation? One of your own kind. I don't remember her name. It sounded like a throaty death rattle. She was a dark-haired warrior woman with a sinister disposition. Rodgerda. She is known to you then. That's a score we'll have to settle later. I was just on my way to tell you that the cult is gone from Legester. Pent-up tension escapes Ian Bold as one powerful shiver. Oh, thank you, Lord, for helping your servants see this through. Thank you for your good deed. Tell me what happened. They weren't Satanists, just some heathen cult. He doesn't look completely convinced. The difference may be academic. Heathenry is just one of many disguises worn by the adversary. I hope these people occupy Legacius no more. We convinced them to leave. We had to fight a few who refused, but everyone is gone now. Eanveld claps his hands together in front of him and smiles wanly. We are blessed that no unnecessary blood was spilt. As long as Legacius was freed from their dark influence, the Lord will judge these people in the end. You have proven yourselves to be true servants of God. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. You risked your lives on my behalf, and you deserve a reward for it. Please take this. The bishop picks up a heavy Bible from a nearby podium. It is beautifully bound, and its spine is engraved gold. Opening it, you find it to be beautifully illuminated. This is a valuable gift. I have a special place in my heart for converts. Yours was a soul that once hung in a kind of limbo, but now you are saved. Carry this with you and use it to spread the word of God to those you meet. Oh, and you may tell Aelthred that I will support his claim to the crown, if he can win it. Alright. Alrighty. That's another quest done. Are any of these occupied? And we rest. Two heals. Still not enough. But surely.
Be wary. The sidelines are poor and the ground is thick with concealment. A small group like ours is easy to ambush.
Bum-ba-dum-bum. Yeah, we talked to Wada. Alfred's camp seems busier than the last time you visited. Intense anticipation is buzzing in the air like the prickling energy before a thunderstorm. Alfred's tent is short a king, but Wada greets you, pleasantly surprised by your arrival. Welcome again. I've been told you met some delays along the way. It's a great relief to see you overcame. We were set up by an old enemy. The shield maiden, Radgerda, has followed us to these shores. The corners of Wada's mouth turned down at the edges in sympathy to your plight. Any enemy who will haunt you this far from home will certainly not give up so easily. She is bound to trouble you again. Wada pours himself a cup of wine, sinks onto a stool, a vague gesture towards the flask, your only invitation to partake. How'd your mission go? The bishop had a mission of his own for us, but in return he's promised his support to Ethelred. Yes, I may have heard a little something about that as well. Strange cult in the ruins of Diva Victrix, was it? Very mysterious. Reports say a contingent followed travelling far north through Pictland. I don't suppose you'd care to explain? You're placed there, where they wouldn't bother anyone. They went at my suggestion. He scratches his chin pensively. I wouldn't have expected them to go along with such a solution. They seem to be full of surprises. Relaxed, he takes a sip of his wine. Our preparations are almost at an end. Now that the last piece has fallen into place to ensure a straightforward transfer of power, the path to the throne is clear. Unfortunately, our not-so-good King Osred has not been sitting on his hands either. He seeks allies to in the south. From Mercia? The elder man looks surprised. Precisely, you are well informed. What we need is not just to foil Osred's plans, but to turn them against him, interrupt his negotiations with Mercia, and slay the emissaries. You want Mercia to think Osred did it. That means you can't send your own people. You need us. He raises his mug in salute. I'm beginning to realize we have all of us been underestimating you. You understand us well. My own lands have just as much intrigue and plotting as yours, if not more. So you'll do it? I prefer to follow my own whim, and my herd thrives best under no one else's command but mine. However, for the time being, our interests align. Then I hope you'll think of these assignments as favors that will be repaid, and not as commands that are to be followed without question. We know that the final meeting between the emissaries of Osred and Offa of Mercia will be held soon, but its location is being kept secret. We hope that you can acquire this information yourself. My resources are stretched beyond their limits. Our scoutmaster has been tracking one of Osred's most trusted vessels, Tondwine, for several weeks. She believes he may have the information you need. Of course, he will not part with it voluntarily, but you have shown yourself to possess the necessary skills. Talk to Tara. She'll know where you may find him. You can count on me. He seems to mull this over for a moment. Then he nods, almost surprised with himself. I do believe we can. Okay. So that's that quest done. Okay. First things first. Talk to Tara. Tara is inspecting a leather tunic. Autumn in-game? I don't know. I'll let you know in a minute. Tara is inspecting a leather tunic. Doesn't appear to be her own. And it has some pretty fatal looking cuts in it near the side where the two largest pieces of hardened leather join. My spike killer. Good to see you again. What do you need? Lada tells me you know the whereabouts of a man called Tondwine. Tara freezes for a second, startled. He put you on it? But, huh. Well, alright then. You seem you know why you're after him, so I'll get straight to the point. My people have been tracking Tondwine for nearly a month. Presently, we know him to be travelling north from Eoforwick, towards the ancient wall of Hadrian. It's anyone's guess what his errand is. Thank you, Tara. She accepts your thanks with a gruff nod. If you mean to attack him, I recommend you do it while he's camped along the road. Good luck. Alrighty, let's go. We need to go over here. And right now it is uh, 10th of July, so it's the middle of summer in England. Oh, right, skills. Let's max that out. And we'll do shields later. You. Let's do that and that. I can't upgrade the bow yet. That's annoying. Vera. Let's grab that one. And that one. To max out arrows. So we have Hailstorm. Oh, sleeve. Take that. That. And that. Max out swords. Nephew. Just need to give you no flanking. Might as well grab that one. And max out spears. Gonna Grab that. Dang it. Let me wait on that. And grab that and that. So we can max out witchcraft. Kettle, you are ultimately garbage right now. Grab that. Max out the healing. Okay, that's fine. Edis. Grab that. Grab that. And do that one as well for you. Okay, we're good. Make camp. Yeah, get something of interest. We get 3 things of interest. Do, 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 do. Oh, Slave holds up a hand. 6 tents up ahead. One is a commander's. Must be Tonduan's camp. Ifa sneaks up to the stone and cranes her neck. 3 sentries on patrol. 5 more people inside the camp. They all look really well equipped. You can see her gathering the courage to make a proposal. Their patrols aren't so high. I think I could get in and out of there without being seen. Go ahead and give it a try. Ifa takes a deep breath and double checks her weapons. And she said some stuff. Let's grab all the herbs. Dang it. Let's try that again. Boom, 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 boom. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Take all that. Nope, can't go that way. Got it. Ofa beams a girlish smile that can't help but impress upon you how young she is. In her hand, she holds a sealed letter. Got it. Now she places a hand on the huntress's shoulder. Fine work, Ofa. It took some courage. She hands you the letter proudly. Nobody even knows I was there. Should we get out of here? Yeah, we'd better go. We were really good. Bum, 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 Alright, what are we fighting? Some people. Let's shoot you. Okay, that's a full action maneuver. Yeah, those two can't do anything. Okay, we're in position. Okay, they've got Sacrament up. That's problematic. I'll need to get rid of you. There we go. Fire. Let's set you on fire. Really?
Good death. A warrior's death.
Okay, you go in. Oh. There's no reason for her to lose her head over this whole fight. Yeah, do stabby stab. Just leave. You're fine. Boom. Good. Then we get into position here. That's fine. Good. And that finishes it off. This leaf got a fracture in his leg, that's fine. Leaf we can fix that. Kettle can go hunting. Put Gunner on guard there. Do, 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 do.
Wolf tracks in the mud leading south, half a dozen or so grown animals. If we track them, their pelts could fetch a good price.
We don't need to interact with them just yet. A man lies in a pool of mud and blood. He looks at you with pleading eyes, and his voice is strained and coarse. Strangers, please help. Were you attacked by wolves? Not wolves, but I've heard them howl. The beasts must have come to my camp for my uneaten food. I was robbed. Cursed cowards. Attacked while I was in my tent, sleeping. I was here for treasure. The robbers took it. If you help me, I'll tell you how to find it. I can do nothing for your wounds. Tears well up in the wounded man's eyes. Then at least grant me a swift death. I beg of you. Very well, I will end your suffering. He looks genuinely relieved. It's a mercy, I assure you. Before you kill me, let me tell you of the treasure I sought. I was given a key of ancient design. I was told it unlocks a hidden chamber in the sunken tower over yonder. I couldn't find the blasted keyhole, but I know it's there. It must be. She wouldn't have lied to me. The robbers took the key from me, but they don't know what it's for. Do you know where they went? He gestures over his shoulder. They're filthy sacks of scum who are camped above this ridge. They must still have my key. The chamber holds a weapon that once belonged to a great Roman hero. So I was told. If you find it, it's yours. Now please, end it. Oh, that was quick. Bunch of wolves. Can't let them. Alright, Gunner's gonna go down.
Where are the Valkyries?
Good. Good.
I failed you, Thane.
Good. Alright. And now I'm down. That's trouble. And shoot. Right, how many casualty? Well, how much damage did I actually suffer? Nobody. That's stuff. Another skeleton. Mother tried to save her child but failed. Oh, tragic. go over here. You go up to him. You stand there. And nephew takes a step behind. Dang it. Easy. Good thing we found these guys. They would have spoiled any attempt at subterfuge. They're both dead. Good. Time to deal with the real problem. Now we head south. See if there's anything we missed down there. The inscriptions speak of a stone key buried in the womb of the Earth Mother, near to waters now still that once ran swift and full of life and sustained all the creatures of the Weald. So the lake. That would probably be a safe bet. There's some lovely filth down there. Can't wait to start digging. Group counts a dozen, but they looked poorly trained and worse equipped. They give you nasty looks as you approach. We don't like strangers. Run along now before this turns ugly. I know you're robbers. I'll give you one chance to get out before we kill you all. Must be joking you, mate. We outnumber you 2 to 1. You're just thugs. We're experienced warriors. One while you have the chance. On the outskirts of the small camp, 2 of the robbers exchange significant looks. Then they quietly slip away. The rest of the robbers draw their weapons. Let's get 'em, friends. There's another one. That guy's down. Not gonna worry about him. Alright. Oh, I didn't see you there. Jump.
Can't blame me for exploiting such an obvious opening.
And then slash. And we shoot you dead. Very good. It is no longer a problem. And you drop. End the turn. And we wiped out that group of bandits. Okay, nephew got a bone. Uh, 10 hours until my next level of homestead is done. Mhm. Okay. Good. Let's move that. There you go. It's much better. Got the key we needed. You're very lucky. You're the only survivor. Yes, it's over there. There it was. Found it. That's the 5th one. There are 2 spots left. Any other quests in this area? Okay. All right. Let's go do this quest now. Crumbling walls of an ancient tower stand skewed like a withered tree. Elsleif's eyes glide across the sparse vegetation. This must be the place. Looks like we got here before the delegations. Evaluate the surroundings. Carefully scan the area, but everything is quiet. Looks like the 2 scouts on the ridge was the only group here sent in advance. What's the plan? If I understand the mission correctly, we're to foil a diplomatic alliance? Uh, we'll ambush Osred's delegation on the west road. Then we'll approach the Mercians and offer them great riches to support our own invasion of Northumbria. Osleif looks worried. Doubt they'll take us up on that, but it may be worth a try. I can set snares for the first delegation while we wait. It should give us an edge in the fight. Good. Attend to it while we prepare the ambush. Ooh. Okay. 2 hours of sitting is definitely a junk kill. Yeah, I can believe that. And I stretch. And I'm ready. Now we'll go do the ambush. Yes, we wait. The wait is long. The sun begins to set on the next day. You're almost here. Get ready. Alright, the ambush is ready. Alright, the trap is set. No enemies are allowed to reach there. Easy. All I have to do is just stand here. And then hailstorm right there. Dang it. You fucked up.
At least I live. This is what I live for!
Okay. No luck there, so set you on fire. Good. And we wait. Shoot you. Very nice. Second attack. There he goes. And nobody suffered anything new. The Mercian delegation finally arrives, led by a finely dressed woman with grey hair and stern eyes. She sizes you up in one hard-edged look, but when she speaks, her volume is measured and diplomatic. What's all, your graces? My name is Godwife. I represent Offerex and Glorum. Forgive my impertinence, but you are not dressed like any Northumbrian I have met on my way here. I must come clean. King Osred didn't send me here at all. The emissary stiffens and her voice grows hard with caution. Explain yourself. I am Bersa, and we are Vikings. I command a fleet of longships at Orkney, poised to invade Pictavia and Northumbria. Godwif's eyes grow wide, but she waits for you to continue. I ask that your king will refrain from supporting Northumbria when we attack, and that you shut off any routes through your lands that Northumbria might use against us. And in return, I swear on our gods and yours to surrender the southern half of Northumbria to your control following our victory. Godwif absentmindedly circles the jeweled hilt of a dagger with a finger. I recently heard a story. The story had travelled to our court from the village of Scarborough. It told of stranded merchants from our kingdom who were forced to act as bandits. You attacked those people. They may have been outlaws in Northumbria, but they were my countrymen, and they were driven to banditry through desperation. Suddenly, Godwif pulls her knife free of its sheath. For that alone, you will not leave this place alive. The things I do for violence. There goes Godwif. There goes that one. Now we shoot you dead. You shield hook.
Don't think about running. I'm not done with you yet.
And we stun them. You die. And we'll shoot you. Now we end our turn. You used your tactical move. Very nice.
You hope to best me? Pathetic.
And we got it. All done here. We'll stop by this one. Found a dead guy. There's nothing there. That's unfortunate. We rest. Cool. Can't do that one. Nope. I'll do that. Tifa does a heal on Nefia. Edis does a second preserve, and we go. In the morning, you nearly step out in the half-eaten carcass of a mouse which has been left outside your tent. Nefia chuckles that you're startled you up. So it's your turn to get an offering tonight. Bogle usually leaves her prey at my tent. She's been catching quite a lot of rodents trying to eat our rations. Aren't you glad we kept her? Yay. Everybody's healthy. I don't need to do anybody else because I have my best team.
The would-be king has hidden his war camp well, but if his enemies were to find it, it is easy to approach undetected.
I am very wealthy right now. I'm gonna put that. You can have some armor. You can have that armor. Anything? No, anything else? Where is he? Alfred. Alfred is in his tent this time, surrounded by a group of finely dressed men, presumably his vassals. You'll need to wait outside for nearly half an hour before the vassals file out and Alfred has time to see you. He doesn't bother to apologize for the delay. As you can see, we're ready to attack Jofulik. How did your mission go? It went. Mercia will not be joining the fight. He nods gruffly. Very good. Wada, see to it that Bersa is paid for her services. Wada ducks out of the tent and soon returns with 2 pouches full of coin. Your reward, if not payment, then a gift to represent His Majesty's gratitude. And let's discuss it. The master of the scouts enters the tent at full speed, yet stops on a dime. Your Majesty, what is it? She takes the time to bow while giving her report. The enemy is coming, Your Majesty. Osric army is entering Inglewood from the south. Are you certain? Seeing them myself, Your Majesty, 500 men strong by my estimation. We must prepare at once. Wada, inform the others. Bersa. Your Majesty, Osric leads the army himself. Alfred lights up with pleasure. Mercy. I didn't think the fat old git had it in him. What splendid luck. Bersa, prepare your people. Osric has made a terrible mistake in coming here. He'll be expecting us to stay on the defensive, so he'll try to surround us. But he won't expect you. Help us hold the northern flank. Osric will concentrate his attack in the south so he doesn't have to maneuver his army around the camp. As long as you keep our backs clear, we'll beat him. The Battle of Inglewood. That entrance. Get over there. Gonna. I'm gonna try and demoralize. Down here. Shoot. And there you are. There's one. And we wait. Got some more reinforcements. Well, our enemies have reinforcements. Good. Back everyone back up into the safe spots. Three enemies left. No, this game does not have magic. It has supernatural elements and stuff, but there is no magic. Where's the other guy? Beautiful. Alright. Everybody fall back. And you heal.
I'm in your debt.
Put that one archer up there. And then there's that group. Boom. Let's stun you. Dang it. She can't do shit right now. shoot you in the face. No luck. And her spear is too dangerous to use. Unless I do that. Chop you. Stab. Stab. Get into an effective position to do all the damage. And there's another one down. Perfect. That one hurt. And now we're gonna chase after you. Pardon me. Yay. The attack lets up for a moment, and it looks like Osrird's first wave of attackers are pulling back to make way for the second line. Ilthrid's master of arms comes running from another part of the camp. Vikings, you found us. Speak. No. A group of Vikings among Osrird's people. They're led by a woman who fights like a demon. Roderga. You're requested to break away from the fighting and deal with the Vikings at once. With pleasure. Satisfied that his message was received, Keda nods resolutely and returns to his post. The crazy Bikia. She joined Osrid just to spite us. This confrontation has been a long time coming. She's troubled us long enough from the sidelines. It's time we end her meddling. Let's loot all these guys. One thing that saddens me about this game series, the Expeditions games, is that there's only 3 of them. Played Expeditions Rome previously, and that one was really good. Alright, where is... I'm going to save here. Still got plenty of time, we might be able to finish this battle. A group of Vikings dressed in school's colours are casually looting a large group of Aelthred's warriors recently deceased. Their leader is using Aelthred's banner to wipe blood off a long blade. It's her dagger, alright. You'd recognize that unnervingly detached smile anyway. I thought I might run into you here. You sunk low, supporting Osred just to spite me. Her smile makes your blood curdle. You're not the center of Midgard, dear. You had the right idea, and it'll work just as well for skill as it would for you. Osred will be a useful ally. Go on then, I've been looking forward to this. Let's see if you live up to my expectations. You girls in the back. Shit. Oh well.
I don't fear death.
Okay. You're number one. Dang it. And down she goes. And that one goes. Gonna run you over here.
I'm in
Heal
your
you back up. Okay. Got these guys coming in. Ah, nice, he's stunned. Alright, let's get you healed up again.
Thank you.
Dang it. Good. Spot them. He's gonna charge in. Alright. Go heal Vera. Dang it, he missed.
That's what happens when you cross me.
Good. Okay. Get closer. Alright, who are you shooting? Yeah, that's fine. Gotta get rid of those archers. Can't shoot her. Where did she go? There she is. Good.
I failed you. My head's mince.
Get up there. Down there. Dang it. Don't deal with him. defend. Thank you for the hydrate. I will do that right now. And I have now hydrated. You finish that guy off. Good. Alright, let's try disarm. Good, now she can't do shit. And now you run. God damn it. Charge. Got her. That was tough. Okay, Gunner is critical. Vera, Nefia, and Ifa severe. Aslif is light. Her dagger is quite severely wounded. Quite severely wounded during the fight, but she manages to get back on her feet and pull back behind her own lines. When the fight is over, the last of Osred's forces scatter, and she is nowhere to be seen among the dead. No sign of her. She got away, so it would seem. Slippery as the snake on Skill's banner. Come on, it looks like the battle is over. Elthred has captured Osred. Let's take what we can. Yeah. Glad that fight went with a success at the end, and it was a very close one too. Circle of Aethred's closest men have gathered around Osred and the survivors of his royal guard. The beaten king is covered in mud and blood, and he has lost his crown. Next to him sits Leofric, crouched before Aethred, with his head deeply bowed. His hand clutches a nasty-looking chest wound. Alfred is permitting himself to gloat. You would have been almost safe behind those big old walls of Eoforwick. You just couldn't wait for us to come to you, could you? You always were a terrible commander, Osred, and you've been a weak king as well, unable or unwilling to do what must be done. Osred says nothing in his defense. He's starting to tremble slightly. Alfred appears to take pity on him. I'm not going to kill you. There's no need. You've left Eoforwick undefended. I'll simply march in there and take back the throne. I condemn you to the same fate your kin inflicted upon me many years ago. Exile. You are to leave Northumbria within 5 days, never to return. A small quivering sob escapes Osred. Two of Alfred's blood-soaked warriors raise him by the arms and carry him away. Alfred watches Osred's removal, then he turns his eyes on Leofric. And you, champion of Eoforwick, what to do with you? If I may, your majesty, Leofric fought bravely to defend his king today. Upholding the duty entrusted with him as champion, I recommend he be spared. The former and soon-to-be reinstated King of Northumbria rubs his beard in a very royal manner. Indeed. Have you anything to say for yourself, Leofric? My life is at your mercy, your majesty. The hint of a smile twitches on Aelfred's lips. Were you made to swear an oath of allegiance to Osred? No, your majesty. I swore to fight for the protection of Eoforwick and the King of Northumbria. I serve the crown. And you will continue to serve, even if the crown is on another head? Yes, your majesty, I swear to God. And I hold you in the highest regard for serving your former kings so well, and I hope that you will serve me with the same devotion. You may rise. Eofric rises with some trouble, and one of his warriors is allowed through to help him up and get him to a healer. Alfred turns to address the assembled warriors. Victory is ours. A roar of triumph rises from the crowd. You have all fought bravely. You deserve meat, ale, and music. I like this king. Seems like a good king. Another roar, and you'll get it. In Eoforwick, we must march on the city and seize the throne while our enemies are in disarray. Successive roars of Live Alfred and For Northumbria spills out of the crowd like crashing waves. This goes on for several minutes. Alfred shakes the hands of all his vassals in turn, ending with yours. Finally, the crowd disperses back into the camp and throughout the forest to loot the fallen, aid the wounded, and pack up the camp. Looks like an utterly disorganized process, yet within just 4 hours, the different parts of Alfred's armies begin to form up and march south out of Inglewood. Yay! Alfred looks kind of looks like a confused Jesus. 6 hours later, your herd lounges about and watches the proceedings until the last warriors are leaving the forest, and a strange calm falls over the place. Ooh, long live King Alfred. We did a lot, and he was very merciful, all things considered. Alright, now we head to Eoforwick, where we will stop to camp. Yeah. Nope. Actually, no, that's fine. Yes. We rest. Okay. Lifa, you're going to be very busy. Focus on Gunnar first. And then you also heal Aslif. You get 3 heals to do today. Nefia. Markant. Focus on her, yep. And Bira. Do another witchcraft. Got nobody scouting right now. I'm gonna change that. Kettle, you do some scouting. Make the camp. Alright. Gonna... His arm injury is now severe. Afa is now moderate. Bira is moderate. And Nefia is moderate. So everybody's healing slowly. We'll go turn in the quest. And that'll be it. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. This town is also called...
The steebles of that temple speak to me. They whisper, "Here lie great riches. Take us if you dare!" Ha!
This town is also known as York. And let's go talk to the king. Hail to the king, baby. There it is. Good King Alfred. Seated upon the throne with Osfred's crown on his head, Alfred finally looks like the king he is supposed to be. He dismisses his advisor with a wave of his hand and stands up to greet you in his hall. King or no, his manners are as brusque as ever. There you are. You never got a proper welcome to your Fulwick, isn't that right? Let me get that out of the way. First then. Welcome to Erfurt, Ursa of the Danes. God be with you. Seems we missed the battle of Erfurt. There was no battle. Osred the Fool had left the city entirely undefended to attack us in Inglewood. His forces scattered afterwards, and we simply marched in and took down his banners. Speaking of which, I will not let you go unrewarded for your aid in defending our camp. Wada? Wada whispers something in the ear of a servant who promptly leaves the hall. One moment, your highness. Very good. Congratulations on your return to power. I take it this seals our agreement? Alfred sighs heavily and delivers himself back into the embrace of his throne. No. Behind you, some of your herdmen start angrily, but the king holds up a hand. I consider you my allies. I will gladly support you politically, but I cannot send my warriors to aid you. Political support can be powerful, but it will not be enough. I thought that might be the case, but it's all I can offer you at this time. The servant returns with a small chest. He places it in front of you and opens it with a flourish. It's filled with treasure. Well, and treasure, of course. Let the contents of this chest serve as my thanks for your services during the Battle of Inglewood. What will it take to earn your military support? Supporting you with warriors will not be possible until Pict land is pacified. As you know, Konstantin Nakvagursa has managed to unite the Pictish clans and forge an alliance with Dalriada. Our nation is now caught between strong Mercia in the south and united Alba in the north. War is inevitable. Ifa grumbles under her breath. He's afraid we'll invade, when we've only just secured peace across our kingdom? Pah. Once the war is over and Pictland is ours, then we can talk about sending our warriors to support you in Jutland. That could be months. Such a war may last well until winter. It may. Boop. I'm getting tired of working as your mercenary. Yeah. Fine, I'll help you subjugate. No, because I've got Ophir in my party with me. I'm not going to make war on Pictavia for you. That's your right, of course. You are not a subject of mine. You've already done much for me, and you owe me nothing more. But the offer stands, should you reconsider. Help me take Pictavia, and I will pledge 10 ships of my warriors to your service. One more thing before you go. I'll be quick. There are certain things you can do to make His Majesty's return to the throne a little smoother. Speak to the Alderman Sitka in the courtyard just down the street. He'll explain. Alright. Oh, we're all done in here. Good. Couple of more quests. So we're going to be talking to Sitka Pendasunu next week. For now, we're going to end it here. As this is where we'll end our adventure. We successfully completed one of the faction quest lines. We've got one more faction quest to do before we make a big decision, but we've got a bunch of side quests to do as well. I have to go back to the swamp for another part of the quest. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to be switching over to Trails Through Daybreak now. So, thank you everybody. I will be back in a couple of minutes. Yeah. We've got plenty to do. Alright, I'll be switching over now, so thank you everybody. We'll be back shortly with Trails Through Daybreak.